do you also use Zoom for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to create a kit subscriber from Zoom meeting Registrant. So over here I'm running a edutech company and we conduct webinars and sessions regularly using our Zoom account. So now what I want is that as soon as someone registers for any of my webinar, automatically with the help of these same registrant details, a new subscriber should be created in my kit account too, so that we can create targeted email marketing campaigns for all of the registrants. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between Zoom and Kit. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen.
Welcome to my screen, everyone. So as you know, you are here to learn about how to create Kit subscriber from Zoom meeting Registrant. So as I've already mentioned in my introduction that I manage a edutech company that conducts webinars and workshops using Zoom. So to ensure seamless communication and marketing follow-ups, we have to set up an automation that automatically creates a subscriber in Kit whenever someone registers for a Zoom session. This integration helps us to automatically add registration details like name, email to our Kit subscriber list, allowing us to send personalized update resources and future webinar invitations. This setup streamlines our subscriber management process, enhances engagement, and ensure no registrant is left out of our loop communication. But as you know that Zoom doesn't provide any native connection in order to add the meeting registrants into Kit as subscribers. So in order to do this, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. As I've already mentioned, it is an amazing automation software. So yes, in order to create a connection between Zoom and Kit, I've already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we're going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of hours free every month. But over here, I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in. And as soon as I'm going to click on sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here, you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, which is Zoom and Kit, right? So I'm going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account. And as soon as we're going to click on access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we are going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here, I've created multiple folders on my dashboard in which I save my workflows. So if you wish to learn how to create a new folder or a subfolder, you can click on this hyperlink given right over here which says learn more. So I want to save my workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as this, which says how to create Kit subscriber from Zoom meeting registrant Zoom to Kit. And then we are going to click on create, and as soon as we're going to click on create, it is opening the most important window for automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action, and this trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions for the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. And by this you can finally understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by a trigger. And in order to start with our automation, we have to select that trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm going to select it as Zoom because what I want is that as soon as a new meeting registration is made in my Zoom, automatically my workflow should be triggered, right? And now it is asking me for the trigger event. So basically trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. Okay, so for my trigger event, I'm going to select it as configure webhook, and as I was going to select this, we are going to click on this button which says connect. And after clicking on connect, it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Zoom triggers account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the token. And to get this token, it is saying you can watch the tutorial video here to follow the steps below. So here to get the token, it has given me some steps, and if you want to watch a tutorial video related to this in detail, you can click on this hyperlink given right over here and watch this tutorial video right from here. I'm going to follow these steps one by one. So it is saying log into your Zoom account, navigate to the left sidebar, admin, advanced, and then app marketplace. So yes, we're going to follow the same. I'm going to open my Zoom account right from here, and over here in the left side of the bar, we are going to look for admin. You can see admin, and and from here we have to go on advanced, and as you can see app marketplace. So we have to go on this app marketplace, and after coming on this to app marketplace we have to go on this develop and then build app, and then we are going to select the general app and click on create. And as soon as we're going to click on create, we have to give our app a name. Okay, so I'm going to give this name as kit. Okay, we are going to move on forward. Right from here, over here you can see the client ID and the client secret. Right, we are going to move on forward. Over here it is saying OAuth information, so it is saying all 3 direct URLs. Over here I'm going to enter the URL as this, which is https://connect.pabbly.com/callback-url. so you have to enter this URL right over here, so you don't have to worry. You are going to get this URL in the description box below. You can directly copy it from there and paste it right over here. You have to keep in mind that there are no spaces right over here in copying or pasting, right? So now after pasting this URL right over here, you are going to see that the URL is automatically added right over here too. So now we don't have to do much right over here. Directly we are going to click on continue, and as soon as we're going to click on continue, over here you can see that this is the secret token which we wished for. Okay, so I'm going to copy this token right from here, and we're going to paste it right over here in our workflow and click on save. And as soon as we're going to click on save, it has given me a webhook URL. So we're going to use this webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Zoom triggers and our Pabbly's workflow. Okay, so what we're going to do is first we're going to copy this webhook URL right from here, and then we're going to open our app marketplace once again, and over here we're going to scroll down, and now it is saying event subscription. Okay, so you can see the button is switched off, so I'm going to switch it on first, and then we're going to click on this button which says add new event subscription. And after clicking on this button, over here you can see that it is asking me for some details. So it is saying choose a method, so we're going to select it as webhook. It is saying subscription name, so over here I'm going to keep it as Pabbly test. We are going to move forward. It is saying events, so for the events I'm going to click on this add events button, and now we are going to search for something related to registration created. Okay, so I'm going to search for meeting right over here, and as soon as I'm going to search for it, over here you can see meeting registration has been created. So I have to select this as the event and click on done. So I selected this as the event because I want that as soon as a new meeting registrant is created, automatically a subscriber should be created in Kit too, right? That's why we have selected event as meeting registration has been created. And as you can see that we have successfully added the event, and now it is saying event notification endpoint URL. So over here we are going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow, which was the webhook URL. And now we are going to click on save, and as soon as we're going to click on save, yes, you can see that we have successfully added this event subscription. And now we have to click on this continue right over here without doing anything. Once again we are going to click on continue, again continue, and yes, over here we are going to come, and as you can see that we have successfully created an app. And now we're going to add this app to our Zoom account, so I'm going to click on this button which says add app now. And as soon as I'm going to click on this button, it is asking me for some permissions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow this right over here and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow, Pabbly is safe. And as soon as we're going to click on allow, yes, you can see that we have successfully added this app into our Zoom account. And now what has happened is that with this we have successfully created a connection between our Zoom and our Pabbly's workflow. But over here we are going to click on this button which says save and send as request, and after clicking on this button it is saying waiting for response, and in the notes it is saying now log into the application and do a test submission/record in that application in order to capture the response here. So what we have to do is we have to create a registrant in Zoom meeting so that we can capture the response right over here. Okay, so I'm going to open my Zoom meeting information, and over here you can see the registration link. So I'm going to copy this link and open this in a new tab, and as you can see that this is my Zoom meeting registration link, right? So I'm going to do the test submission with the demo details so that we can capture the response. So for the first name I'm going to keep it as demo. For the last name we are going to keep it as user. Over here for the email address we are going to keep it as demo@pabblytudes.com. so I'm going to enter it right over here, and after entering this we're going to move on forward. For the city we are going to keep it as Bhopal right over here, and now it is asking for the phone number, so I'm going to keep the phone number as this. And after entering all of these details we are going to click on register, and as soon as going to click on register, yes, you can see you have successfully registered. So with this we have successfully registered for the session of personal finance and investment strategies. And now what has happened is that Zoom has captured the response of our test submission and sent it to our workflow. So I'm going to put my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response or not, and yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured response A right over here. You can see all the details which we entered, right? You can see the session topic for which we registered. Over here you can see the phone number which we entered, you can see the last name which we entered, you can see the first name and email which we entered. Also you can see the city. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. We have also tested our webhook URL right over here too by capturing the response. So yes, yes, now what has happened is that as soon as a new registration is made in my Zoom meeting, automatically Pabbly is going to trigger this workflow and capture the response for the same. And now further what I want is I want to create a Kit subscriber, right? So for the action application, I'm going to select it as Kit. So I'm going to search for Kit right over here, and as you can see the same, so we're going to select it. I'm going to create a Kit subscriber so that I can create targeted email marketing campaigns for all of my registrants. Okay, and now it is asking for the action event. So for that, I'm going to select it as add subscriber to a sequence. So here you can see that I've already created a sequence named webinar registrants, and I want to add these subscribers to this sequence only. Okay, so now we're going to click on connect, and as I'm going to click on connect, again it is asking me for the same. So if you have already connected your Kit account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking for the API key and API secret. And to get this, once again we are going to follow the help text, and it is saying you can find the above keys by logging to your Kit account. After logging in, go to your account settings. So you can see there's a hyperlink of account settings right over here. So we're going to click on this hyperlink, and directly it is going to redirect us to the account settings. So yes, it was really easy because I've already logged in my Kit and Zoom account previously. So yes, it is always advised to log in your applications before starting with the automation. And now after coming on right over here, which is account settings, we are going to scroll right over here and look for API. Okay, so you can see developer right over here, and it says API access and app creation. So you have to go on this A developer, and over here you can see your API key and API secret, right? So I'm going to copy both of this right from here, and then we're going to paste it right over here in our workflow. And after pasting both of this, we are going to click on save, and as soon as we're going to click on save right over here, yes, you can see connected. With this, we have successfully connected our Kit account too with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the sequence ID. So over here I'm going to select the sequence, which is webinar registrants. We are going to move on forward. It is asking for the email, first name, tags, last name, and mobile number. So yes, over here we are going to enter the details which we received right over here in the response from Zoom. So as you can see, first name, email, we are going to enter all of these details right over here in our Kit to create a subscriber. But we are not going to copy paste the details or enter it manually, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping, right? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Zoom triggers as our trigger application. So we're going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So over here I'm going to give you an example that it is asking me for the email, right? So let's suppose we're going to enter the email right over here manually by typing it like this, demo@pabblytudes.com. So let's suppose we're going to enter it right over here manually by typing it like this. Then this will not change with every new response received because this is static information and I've entered it manually. But if you're going to map this from the previous response, suppose I'm going to open the previous response, and as you can see the email. So let's suppose we're going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. And now it is saying first name of the subscriber. So we are going to map the first name too. I'm going to look for it and we're going to map it. And now it is asking me for the tags. So if you wish, you can definitely add a tag, but I don't wish to add, so we are going to leave it as blank. We are going to enter the last name right over here. I'm going to look for last name. You can see user, so we're going to enter it. Over here we are going to enter the mobile number, so I'm going to look for it, and as you can see the same, so we're going to enter it. And after mapping all of these details, I'm going to click on this button which says save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on this which says save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that we have successfully created a new subscriber in our Kit account, same details which we received from our Zoom. So I'm going to open my Kit account and check for the new subscriber created. So I'm going to go to my Kit account. From the send, over here we are going to look for subscribers, and as you can see in grow subscribers, so I have to go on the subscribers, and yes, you can see a new subscriber had been created. Name demo, you can see demo@pabblytudes.com, or you can see the last name and the mobile number which we entered. Also you can see the sequence in which it has been added, which is webinar registrant. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, but I'll just test this workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open my meeting information once again. We're going to copy this registration link, open this in a new tab, and do another test submission. And after opening this, we are going to enter the details as first name as test, last name user only, email as test@pabblytudes.com. For the city, let's suppose I'm going to keep it as Delhi right over here. And now for the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this. And after entering all of these details, we are going to click on register. And as soon as we're going to click on register, yes, you can see you have successfully registered. So yes, with this, we have successfully created a new registrant into our Zoom meeting, right? And now what has happened is that Zoom has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further created a new subscriber in our Kit account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my Kit and check for the new subscriber created. And this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my Kit account right from here. We are going to go back towards the subscribers and check for the new subscriber created and add it to our sequence. So I'm going to open the subscribers and we're going to refresh this subscribers page and check for the new subscriber, and we are going to look for test right over here. And yes, over here you can see test@pabblytudes.com. I'm going to open it, and yes, you can see email test@pabblytudes.com. you can see the first name, the last name, and the mobile number. Also, it has added into the sequence, which is webinar registrants. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and now I'll just summarize this workflow for you once. So for the trigger application we selected Zoom triggers, for the trigger event we selected configure webhook, for the action application we selected Kit, and then for the action event we selected add subscriber to a sequence, because I wanted that as soon as a new meeting registration is made in my Zoom account, automatically a subscriber should be created in my Kit account too, so that we can create a target marketing campaigns for all of these registrants and reduce the no-shows of our webinars. And yes, we were successful with our workflow too. Over here you can see the subscribers created with the help of the same details received from the Zoom registrations. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.